I have an authority. My multiple sources have told me that Drake has indeed turned down the Super Bowl. He actually turned down the first two, the one in Miami and the weekend one.
Nas congratulates Kendrick Lamar regarding the Super Bowl, and information comes out about Drake, which is interesting. This is Fresh Hip-Hop Opinion with your guy Olize. Don't forget to subscribe. So people, more reaction to the whole Kendrick Lamar getting the Super Bowl halftime performance in 2025. Now we all know this was announced and people felt like Kendrick was taking shots at Drizzy Drake.
What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar, and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59. Will you be pulling up? I hope so. You know it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Let's get it. I won't want you to miss it. Meet me in New Orleans, February 9th, 2025. Wear your best dress too, even if you're watching from home. Let's go. Yay! That's what I'm talking about, man.
And we've also seen Wayne's response. He got mad emotional.
So your words turned into arms and it held me up when I tried to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about, it hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. For just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot, and that stage, and that platform in my city. It broke me, and I'm just trying to put me back together, but my God, have you all helped me.
And you had to feel for Lil Tunchi. But like I said, Nas has spoken. When Nas speaks, you pay attention. He said this: "Congratulations to my brother, Kendrick Lamar. Can't wait to watch the party die." Now, I don't know what that means, but it's still Nas congratulating Kendrick. Most people have just voiced that Wayne should be the performer. It kind of feels like people are going against Kendrick, even though they're not, they're just bigging up Wayne, but they pretty much are going against Kendrick doing it. But where were these people when Drizzy Drake was getting his backside beat by Kendrick? Obviously Nas is not taking sides, he's just congratulating him. Although I do believe there'll be some saying, oh, Nas is taking Kendrick's side over Wayne. You know, those ignorant people. But it's got some people thinking that Nas might be on the next Kendrick album. I don't know why one relates to the other, but I guess it is a bit random for Nas to come out and just congratulate him, especially several days, if not almost a week after it was announced. Maybe Nas was looking at it like everybody's going on about Wayne not being the headliner on the halftime show, and not many people are actually congratulating Kendrick, which is what happens mostly when these type of things are announced. But Elliot Wilson has also added his 2 cents, which got me thinking, people. He mentioned that Drake has declined the Super Bowl multiple times over the years. Check it out.
I have an authority. My multiple sources have told me that Drake has indeed turned down the Super Bowl. He actually turned down the first two, the one in Miami and the weekend one.
That was the first two that Jake took over?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jay takes over, and again, his rival, whatever, Drake, like you talk about all these history and this back and forth. I mean, these guys are all rivals with each other. They've had their good times and bad times with each other. But business-wise, Jay-Z wanted Drake on that Super Bowl stage, and he turned it down twice.
Yeah, fam. So Drake has declined one of the biggest, if not the biggest, sporting event to perform at. And you got to wonder why. Why would anybody decline to perform at the Super Bowl? And ironically, apparently, allegedly, he's only declined these offers while Jay-Z has been involved in the Super Bowl. So maybe there is some sort of rivalry or dispute between Jay-Z and Drake that I didn't know about and isn't in our faces. Elliot says it's more of a rivalry between these guys, but Jay-Z was retired by the time Drake even put out his first album. They're not even in the same generation. In fact, Jay-Z's old enough to be Drake's daddy. But this whole narrative people had about Jay-Z hating on Wayne because of people like Birdman and Drake kind of makes more sense now that Elliot has revealed that for whatever reason Drake declined the Super Bowl while Jay-Z was there. I'm not saying it's true, but it does give that theory a bit of legs. I mean, Jay-Z does have that reputation of not liking competition. We saw how he tried to get rid of Nas back in the day with the takeover. Even when they became friends, they dropped his album on the same day as Nas a few years ago. And even when you look back at Rockefeller Records, who did he really help on his label to try and boost their career? Maybe Bleak, but he didn't really try and get the Young Guns up, State Property up. He only jumped on Kanye songs when they were popping. Me personally, I don't subscribe that Jay-Z is hating on Wayne, Drake, Birdman, whoever. And I genuinely believe that they would have involved Wayne anyway in the Super Bowl. Just because Kendrick's the main voice, main guy, he was never going to do the whole show by himself. But like I said, it's interesting. Why did Drake decline the Super Bowl a couple times while Jay-Z's been there? I want to know your opinion. Get in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bezel. It's Fresh Hip Hop Opinion. Peace and love.